What's up, you bunch of scumbags? It's hot. So today we're resealing an injection pump. There's lots of videos on this, but a lot of them are 7, 8 series, however many is long. They're a lot long, and they don't need to be that long. So basically, we're just going to tell you what to do. I got a couple TDIs, as you can see behind me. So this is like the first time I've ever done this, and it's not, but it is. So if you want to do it the right way, you just take all the stuff off the top. They're T30 bolts, great. If you got the triangle socket, that's even better. If you don't, you can find your junkyard tool set and use a 9/32 to hammer it on. In my case, the 9/32 didn't work. I rounded out the bolt, so I took a 7mm, hammered that son of a gun on there, and she's good to go. Got it right off. There's the top cover seal. Mark it with some paint so you can align it when it goes back on. Top cover doesn't matter so much, but the long boy needs to stay where the long boy is. Makes sense? Doesn't have to. Take your injector lines off. Good. Great. Don't cover these up because you want all the dirt to go in there when you're done. If you're a real man about it, you do it raw, right? That's what we're talking about, doing it raw. You pull these other Allens off, and that's a good time to do because this one's already off. So you got 3 out of 4 that you got to do. No worries. When you pull it, you can take this thing off. Some people do. I don't. I mean, sometimes I do, but right now I'm not. So that's fine. Customer ain't paying. I ain't doing it. You pop this girl off here, this bad girl. See that little nipple right there? That little nipple has to seat into that hole. Don't worry, that thing weeble wobbles around a little bit. So when you go back in, that's good. See that little plate there to the left? Yeah, right where the shadow's covering it? Right there, shadow. Yeah, so that cam plate needs to be pushed as far out to the right as it can. So when you pop this bad girl off of there, that pump head, that's a whole thing in itself, that the pump head automatically tries to slide itself off. You can put a piece of duct tape over the pump head after removing the fuel solenoid shut-off top thingy, nut, bolt, and this thing, that thing. You can pull that girl off of there, and then you slide a piece of duct tape on it, roll that son of a gun over there, just like your old wiener ring, and put her right back into place. And then you should be done. When you put this back together, make sure that the little nipple goes in the hole down there. Again, it don't matter because that thing actually moves around. I'm not going to touch it because my fingers are clean right now, but they're about to be dirty. And so when you do that, and then you put it back on, and then you bolt it back together. Remember, line your paint marks up, you know, have a happy time. And then you plug in the computer, and then you're done. See, you can explain it all in 2 minutes. Oh, also, side note, thanks, guys, for telling me that this pump head plug seal can actually be replaced also while the pump is in the car and it doesn't deal with the shim down there. The reason this is also important is because most of y'all know there's a shim in there, and if you lose the shim, you're going to have to find a billboard that says you need to find Jesus on a North Dakota highway somewhere. Because then you got to pull the whole thing apart and it's a bad time. Anyways, you can reseal this. You need a special triangle socket for that. So you go to your local True Value. Ace is the best helpful hardware store, and you get yourself a 15/16 socket, and you just do a really ghetto job grinding that down to make that work. So tools necessary, tools that you don't normally use. Standard size socket that turns into a metric size socket from your junkyard tool set, triangle size socket, a breaker bar, and a bunch of other BS to get it done. Hail Satan.